Zambia has more protected land in terms of square meters. Zambia has more natural resources than Zimbabwe and Namibia, for example, or Botswana. We've known that it costs more for a tourist to stay in Namibia than in Zambia. But Namibia has more arrivals than Zambia. Where do you think we are doing it wrong as a country? Is it to do with the wrong policies or wrong policy implementers? I would like you to comment on that. Why are we doing bad compared to these countries? We have peace, we have everything.
The comparative of Zambia to Zimbabwe and saying why are we not doing well? Well, what we found is, of course, the way we package our tourism here in Zambia. Ideally, we package our tourism around the Victoria Falls, and that's just it. We've been privileged to travel to many places. When people talk of Zambia, they just think of Victoria Falls. Now, if you look at the 6th National Development Plan, the KPIs that we have for tourism, it's the number of days that a tourist spends in Zambia, and also the amount of money that the tourist spends. Now, if all we are packaging is the Victoria Falls and maybe a few national parks, that is not enough to make someone stay for 7 days. So we are setting targets that realistically we know we cannot meet, and yet we want people to stay for 7 days. So how do we package our tourism? What we have noticed with the other countries, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Kenya, is the way they package their tourism. It will even be an activity based for a period of 7 or 8 days, which guarantees that once you buy that package, you're going to be in that country for 7 or 8 days. No wonder people who go for holiday or honeymoon in some of these countries, they buy a package with a specific number of days. In Zambia, ideally, it is rare to find a tourism package that goes as high as 7 days. Usually it will be 1 day trip at the Victoria Falls, the same day you do bungee jumping, the same day you do Badoga Sky and rafting and what. In 2 days you are done. So that is hindering our tourism as well. So we feel the way we are packaging our tourism around the Victoria Falls is actually hindering us. If we can diversify and move, like my colleague talked about, arts, culture, and tapping upon some of the privileges we have, like the Kasanka bat migration. How many people actually know about that, which only happens in Zambia where the bats are migrating, or the wildebeest migration, or some of the unique species we have, the black lecher as well. There's those things that are unique to Zambia. The number of bird species in Lokimba National Parks. Those are some of the things that we have to bring to light, incorporating our arts aspect and our culture aspect as a country. I think we haven't done much around that, and that's why it is hard for us to expect people to stay for a large number of days. So this is what some of the other countries have been doing. And then I'll have to say this, even if I don't want to go this route, but probably also in terms of accessibility, some of the countries have been aided by the virtue of them having a national airline, for example, because they would directly pick some of the tourists from South Africa or other areas. For us also, we've been hindered in terms of accessibility, especially that the number of international flights that come into Zambia, I think, have reduced over the years. So that also, whether we like it or not, it brings about a question in terms of the tourist arrivals to Zambia as well, because you have to have all these connection flights.